The Boys takes the superhero world and flips it on its head. While they're the same superhero tropes of your Supermans, your Flashes, your Captain Americas, none of these guys are really good guys. In fact, they're all kinda awful, but they are all seriously powerful. So from heroes who've turned villain and villains who've turned heroes and everyone in between, here are the most powerful characters from The Boys and Gen V, ranked from weakest to strongest. What's up guys, this is Danko. I do fight breakdowns, power ranking videos, or more deep dives into your favorite characters and franchises, with new videos every week. So if that seems great to you, well, sit back and enjoy the video. Hit that like button if you want to, or hit the subscribe button while you're at it. First up on the list, and in the last place, is Harper. Mostly because Harper's power is really just because she's got a giant tail that she's also able to use as a sex toy. Might make her some money on the internet, but not necessarily a useful superpower. Now, taking a major leap pretty quickly, we've got Rufus. Another student at Godolkin University, Rufus has psychic abilities and can enter into people's minds and control them. Of course, there's a lot of potential there, but seeing as how Rufus mostly just uses the powers to take advantage of people, well, you can only go so high on the list. The Incredible Steve faced off against Golden Boy during an exhibition match. While he puts up a good fight at first, he really doesn't stand much of a chance against the top-ranked hero at God U. He throws some good hits, but just to really make his point known, Golden Boy straight up tore Steve's arms clean off. However, end of the day, he took the defeat like a champ and healed right back up. Tech Knight is a former student of God U who's gone on to host shows, star in movies, and become a pop culture icon. His super strong senses of deduction, sight, and smell make him an extremely intelligent and powerful Supe, but he primarily uses it just to gain attention and grow his audience. Basically, he's more interested in self-promotion rather than using his powers to actually help people. Blind Spot is a superhero a lot like Daredevil. He might be blind, but he's got incredible senses and is a skilled fighter. He was brought in as a replacement in the 7 for Translucent, mostly in order to try and boost Vaught's public image. However, Homelander wasn't having it, and quickly put him out of commission. Maverick is a legacy Supe at God U. He's the son of Translucent, a former member of the 7. And just like his dad, he has carbon skin that grants him the ability to become invisible, and grants him some incredible durability as well. Popclaw got her name from the claws that she's able to shoot out from her wrist and use as weapons, but what she's best known for is a relationship with A-Train, and for abusing Compound V alongside him. Blue Hawk has superhuman strength and durability, to the point where he can kill a man with his punches, but he's not really the best. He's kind of a massive racist, and so A-Train killed him by dragging him down a road, leaving him smeared on it for miles. Emma Mayer, or Little Cricket, is a social media superstar because of her powers, but in the real world, well, her life is anything but perfect. She's made fun of or taken advantage of. That's not great. But still, through it all, Emma has some pretty great powers. She can shrink down in size till she can actually crawl inside of someone. The opposite is true too. She can grow in size as well. However, the way that she does this is by either throwing up all her food or gorging herself and eating too much. However, with the season finale, well, it's possible that those limitations might no longer be there. Alex, aka Supersonic, is a Supe, was a member of the 7 for a short while. He's superhumanly strong, but his main power is generating sound waves when he claps his hands together. However, while these sonic waves are powerful, they aren't lethal, which made it pretty easy for Homelander to kill him. So it's safe to say that his strength can't be matched up with the big boys on top of this list. Translucent is a member of the Seven and has the ability to turn completely invisible, but his skin is also carbon, making him superhumanly strong, able to easily beat some people up, and makes him superhumanly tough and dang near impossible to kill. Crimson Countess was originally a member of Payback, but she helped to betray Soldier Boy, and so then became one of the main people he tried to kill. She's a powerful Supe who has the ability to create fireballs with her hands, but she's also pretty easy to beat. You just tie up her hands and she's instantly overpowered. The Deep is a former member of the Seven, a current member of the Seven, and a former member of the Church of the Collective. Being the Lord of the Seven Seas, the Deep is obviously at his best while under the water. He's also very strong on land. Then, just like Aquaman, the Deep has aquatic telepathy as well, allowing him to talk to all the marine life around him. This really isn't as pleasant a superpower as you might imagine. Nakib is a Supe who's also known to be a Syrian extremist, but in actuality, that's not the case. He was really a Supe made for one purpose, and one purpose only: to deliberately attack American soldiers so the USA can establish a ground rule of enrolling Supes into the army. Nakib can produce powerful explosions from his body, basically acting like a human bomb. It's also very durable and is even bulletproof. However, he was easily beheaded by Black Noir. And just one spot later is Andre Anderson, Polarity's son, and he shares his dad's powers and the power of magnetic manipulation. However, unlike his dad, like a true superhero, Andre does have a strong sense of justice, seeking to prove his friend's sanity and uncover the dark secrets at God U. Once a part of the Seven, as his name implies, Lamplighter has pyrokinetic abilities and is essentially a walking lighter, able to burn anything down with ease. Kamiko originally started just being caged up like a feral animal, but we quickly learned just how deadly she could really be. She's basically a living, walking weapon. The boys adopted her, and she became the team's muscle and their most formidable fighter. She's got superhuman strength, speed, durability, and a pretty impressive healing factor too. In fact, she can heal almost as fast as she's injured. Her healing factors even brought her back from the dead multiple times throughout the series. Every superhero team needs their stealthy ninja, and for the Seven, it's Black Noir, the deadliest member of the team. He's proven himself to be one of the world's most lethal fighters, a dangerous assassin, and has some incredible powers: super strength, speed, agility, and an amazing healing factor. He's also just got an incredible pain tolerance, and while Noir might have been killed and met his end during Season 3, there's no doubt that he'll come back for more. It's hard to put him down for good. A-Train is the Seven's resident speedster, easily the fastest member of the team, and really only ever rivaled by Homelander himself. On top of that, A-Train isn't just running fast, but he also has superhuman strength, durability, and stamina. He's even got superhuman metabolism and a healing factor, which has come in super handy from time to time for him. In Season 2, we're introduced to Congresswoman Victoria Newman, an outspoken opponent of Vought. And at first, we think there's a champion for the good guys, only to find out that Victoria is in fact a Supe herself. Not just that, but she's the adoptive daughter of Vought CEO Stan Edgar. so not necessarily a champion for the good guys. And Newman is scary powerful. She's got the ability of molecular combustion, meaning that she can psychically influence the pressure and speed of molecules to the point of combustion, and she usually does this to pop some heads or blow some minds. Kate Dunlap's power is unique and incredibly powerful, as she's got the ability to convince people to do her bidding just by speaking to them. And while this definitely seems like a great power, and it is, there's really only one massive catch. Kate's gotta actually make physical skin-to-skin contact with the person. Otherwise, her powers won't work. And you really just have to look at the season finale of Gen V to see just how dangerous and powerful Kate is. She was manipulating everyone around her into doing her bidding, even other Supes. And yet, she was eventually put out of commission, but still, the ability to make people do whatever you want is a crazy dangerous power to have. Once a member of Payback, Mindstorm is a telepathic Supe and has lost control over this ability over the years, which actually just makes him even more powerful and dangerous. He's able to mind control his victims into doing whatever he wants. But the scariest thing is his dream imprisonment. Look into his eyes, and he can take your most traumatic memories and trap you there forever. And you'll relive that moment over and over again until Mindstorm chooses to release you. Starlight joined the Seven and sincerely wanted to be a superhero, help others, and save the world. Unfortunately, it's kinda hard to honestly do that when you're a member of the Seven and live in the universe of the boys. Luckily, she was able to become friends with Queen Maeve, and the two of them were actually able to be real heroes and take down some real villains, like Stormfront and Soldier Boy. Starlight is able to absorb ambient electricity from all around her, which she's then able to turn into concussive blast and bolts of light, which she can shoot all around. Because of Compound V, Jordan Lee is able to switch from male to female and back, with each one having a different power set. The female Jordan can send out controlled blast of energy, and while the male Jordan loses out on that, they have super strength and near invulnerability in this form. They're one of the most powerful heroes at God U, and even went toe-to-toe with Golden Boy before his death. Billy Butcher is the leader of the boys. While he doesn't usually have any superpowers, he did decide to start shooting up with temporary Compound V, giving him superpowers just like any other Supe. While on Compound V, Butcher has superhuman strength, to the point where he's strong enough to match up against Homelander. He's also able to shoot out powerful laser blasts from his eyes. However, all this is temporary, and because of the serum's awful effects on Butcher's body, well, that's why he's here on the list, despite the fact that he could match up with Homelander. Ryan is one of the only natural-born Supes, and Homelander's son. We also know that he inherited a lot of power from dear old dad, even heat vision that was powerful enough to straight up destroy Stormfront with one blast, leaving her on the brink of death. Now, Ryan is still just a kid who will get stronger over time, but even now, he can deal with some of the most powerful Supes out there, so that rightfully puts him here on this list. We didn't get to see a whole lot of Cindy, but she still managed to make quite the impression. She was a test patient at Sage Grove Center before her escape, and possesses some extremely powerful telekinetic abilities, meaning she can easily destroy objects with her mind and even cause people to implode. She showed off some amazing strength during Stormfront's attack on the center, and could possibly be powerful enough to beat Supes like Homelander or Soldier Boy. Queen Maeve is the Seven's answer to Wonder Woman, meaning that she's got superhuman strength, durability, speed, and stamina. I mean, her introduction in the series, well, she was running alongside buildings and jumped directly into an armored truck. She didn't even flinch when it hit her. Maeve is also a highly trained hand-to-hand fighter who's able to hold her own against Homelander, and actually is one of the only Supes we've ever seen who was actually able to injure him too. Sam Reardon is the brother of Golden Boy, but instead of being loved and adored like his brother, well, he's kept away in the woods, where young Supes are held captive and experimented on against their will. Sam has super strength. It's hinted that he's roughly as strong as the likes of Homelander, Soldier Boy, or Stormfront. It's also pretty close to invincible. However, what brings him down has to be his mental state. It's far from stable, so he's not someone who can really be relied on. Sam can hardly rely on himself sometimes, but after all he's been through, who can really blame him? Before his death, Golden Boy was the favorite at God U to become the newest member of the Seven. However, then Luke found out about the woods, and it ended with him committing suicide by burning himself to a crisp, after killing Brink to escape it. He's able to set himself on fire at will, manipulate the flames however he wants, and even fly, and he has superhuman strength, so some pretty impressive stuff. However, at the same time, since what we saw from him was kinda limited, a lot of his power has to be implied. But still, he was number 1 on the rankings, and everyone talked up a big game about how good and strong he was. And so we really have no reason to believe they're lying, since he's held onto the top spot for so long during his time at Godolphin. In Season 2, we meet Stormfront, and she quickly becomes Homelander's newest fling. However, little did he know that she was secretly a freaking Nazi and really sucked. And of course, that's just made him love her even more. While she was really only around for just 1 season, Stormfront was incredibly powerful, with her main power being electrical manipulation. And with that, well, she can fly, she has telekinesis, and she can fire out some seriously powerful lightning blast. She's also got superhuman strength, durability, and a healing factor that allowed her to live over 100 years while barely showing any signs of aging. Marie Moreau has made it her life's mission to join the Seven and become a superhero. With powers like hers, she just might do it. They're some of the most unique powers that you'll ever see, even if it is a little disgusting. She's able to use her own blood as a weapon, and while it's kinda like Victoria Newman's power, Marie seems to be a whole lot more dangerous with her abilities. She can not only make weapons out of blood, but she can also heal others, and can kinda imply, though, of her ability to control the blood of others, well, she could take out anyone in the world. With all her potential, Marie is easily one of the strongest characters in The Boys. Homelander is the powerhouse leader of the Seven, who also just happens to be a ruthless, narcissistic psychopath who's determined to be the world's most popular superhero. Of course, he has no problem killing innocent people in order to be the world's greatest hero. It requires complete control over every member of the Seven at all times. Homelander's extreme superhuman strength, speed, durability, and some nasty heat vision that he can blast out of his eyes. He's also believed to be the most genetically superior Supe because of his extensive powers and the fact that he's the only Supe able to have kids with powers. But while we once thought he was unstoppable, after Season 3, well, we saw the boys, with the help of Queen Maeve and Soldier Boy, were almost able to put a stop to him once and for all. Soldier Boy was once the powerful leader of a previous Vought superhero team called Payback. However, a lot like Captain America, he was cryogenically frozen for decades. But now he's back, he's looking for revenge. While the boys originally thought they could use the same weapon that was used on Soldier Boy to get rid of Homelander, they quickly learned that Soldier Boy himself was the weapon. While Soldier Boy and Homelander share many of the same powers and abilities, Soldier Boy is Homelander's biological father, the one advantage he has over Homelander is that Soldier Boy is able to release energy blasts from his body so powerful that it could disintegrate bodies and crumble buildings. And on top of that, this blast is unique, that it actually depowers every Supe who gets caught up in the blast as well. With this additional power, plus the strength and durability of Homelander himself, I think it's fair to say that Soldier Boy is the most powerful Supe we've seen in the boys so far. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're gonna see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.